Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Dirt Mason here, and today we have a very serious topic to talk about today on today's video. So,
For tonight.
without a further for tonight, but without further ado, let's jump into this. So, if you've been out of the loop, DrDisrepect was banned from Twitch about 4 years ago, and just recently we found out the reason why is from a Twitch associate employee that stated that DrDisrepect was sexting a minor and planning to meet up with the minor. Now, at the time when this came out, everyone was really skeptical, and people weren't sure because there wasn't really any evidence to really back it up besides these allegations. But just today on Twitter, DrDisrepect himself has admitted to talking to said minor. And today we are going to discuss a bit of that. It is fucking wild. All I really have to say is this.
Oh! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! You have fucked up now! Now you fucked up! 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 Now you have fucked up!
It is pretty wild.
You might as well pull up the tweet and read it word for word, to be honest.
Yes. We have word from word.
Go ahead and just get on. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm not calling it X.
Yeah, fuck X.
Yeah.
I'm fucking calling it Twitter regardless, because fuck Elon Musk.
Hold
Are you
up.
actually pulling his tweets?
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Now, one thing that I should mention that he actually did edit his tweets.
He actually edited. Yeah, he actually edited it. Like, he actually edited it. Here, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Sure.
Here we go. Okay, so I'll read this out loud for you, since a majority of the people might not know why he said it, but we'll get to that point right now. So I'll read the entire thing of what DrDisrepect made. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the effing BS. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Now, before I continue reading in this, why make a statement on this on Twitter just at the last moment? Because either one, there could be contractual obligations, and there was a signed NDA that he was not allowed to say anything publicly for at least 4 years, or two, none of them were willing to talk about because of how bad this could go. What do you think of that, Mason?
I think exactly. Yeah, it's like the fact that this is all came out and the whole downward spiral that this turns into, because as we get further into the tweet, it just turns into a fucking downward spiral.
And in all honesty, it does, and it shouldn't even be more surprising that the tweet I'm about to read it as we delve into that. This is all gonna get really screwy from here. So we should proceed with reading of what I'm about to read. This is by his own words, not mine, straight from Porsche's mouth. So, were there Twitch whispered messages with an individual minor, which, mind you, this was actually
this was edited twice. He took out the word minor and then he put it back in there.
And it seems like he's trying to be like a CIA, according to Penguin Zero, that actually talked about that, believe it or not, trying to scrub the information to redact it, but he can't do it. But the guy cannot do that because he's supposed to not to do that, and that's what makes him more guilty. Let's just get this out of the way. Again, let's go back to were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, this is really ludicrously stupid. How can he say that that was leaned too much into the direction of being inappropriate when he should have said, "Oh no, that's too goddamn inappropriate. I need to stop doing it." And this is what he should have done. That's what he should have done.
And the funny thing is, what I find strange is that, what do you mean by leaned into the direction of inappropriate? Because he's like, oh, nothing illegal happened. There was no crimes committed. There was no pictures. There was no this. Well, then what was so inappropriate that you were saying to the minor, and you don't really explain anymore? At this point, we're just like, well, what the fuck were you doing?
What the fuck were you doing, indeed? And actually, what the fuck were you thinking?
Hold up, I got the perfect...
What the fuck are you doing?
That was a good intermission right there. But the fact of the matter is, why you didn't really think this through before you would do something that is highly inappropriate? Knowingly he was talking to a minor, which to me that already makes him guilty as it is. Now I get it, we can't jump the gun right then and there, but he's already guilty as he is. But why is he not showing the direct evidence that neither party is willing to show? That makes both parties look guilty. Both Twitch and DrDisrepect.
Exactly.
So how does this justify any of that? Is the serious question I have to put it on there, and the question will be on the pudding until we actually get that. Now, to continue on with this. Now, with all this said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about it. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm sorry, what? He's already admitted himself that he was talking to Amaya, which he should have known that he should have not done that, and he should have said, "What's your age?" You should have said that. He should have asked that minor, but apparently he did not. Apparently he must have forgotten his place. So that's the serious issue that I have.
Yeah,
Why
because
the fuck-
he doesn't even explain in the tweet that he knew that the minor knew it was a minor, or it didn't know. Or, you know what I mean? There's no context for that.
where the fuck is the context of that? He's not even providing the context of how this actually happened. So if he actually checked on something on the Twitch Whisper, which was implemented back in 2017, but that took away, then how the hell are we supposed to see the screenshot? How the hell are we supposed to see it if he's not providing the actual context of what was actually happening? It's either he must have not a technologically, either he must have not learned about that, how the technology works or whatever. Then this is the problem. This is the goddamn problem. So why is this? Mason? This is seriously where it gets. This is seriously where it grinds my gears. Even if he does try to explain things, he doesn't explain everything on that, and there's missing context on that doesn't even add on to. That doesn't even explain everything on that. So whether he was guilty or not is immaterial. But already, in and of itself, he's already guilty by himself as it is.
Yeah.
So tell me then, Mason, why is he deliberately even being more fake than what he already is right now?
I feel like he's trying to do damage control and trying not to make it sound as bad as it looks, but in reality, it's probably really fucking bad.
You know, honestly, it does. And probably the lawyer told him, no, you shouldn't be saying, no, you must be saying something that is vague, which is probably what a lawyer must have told him to say something that is purposely vague. But even then, this still is extremely bad. No matter how you want to look at it. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more objective at this time around, even though you have explicitly mentioned that I cannot jump the gun or even be harsh to him, but I would not be so lenient towards him because although there's no direct evidence to showcase and a context to show how the hell happened and when did this actually happen. Now, there's actually other things that I should mention this. Could this potentially be that the minor ultimately decided not to go there because he felt too uncomfortable to go there, and especially potentially DrDisrespect felt like that he ultimately cannot go there because of that might actually cause a scandal around that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Now, I'll be objective on this point. So, from a legal perspective, this is a serious issue. This is a severe case that Twitch has to explain themselves. What the hell were they thinking? What the hell were they thinking? And I know that we can't gift. And I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, Twitch is okay website." What if like in reality, you can't even defend that kind of notion. With something that is a serious case as this, especially when it involves a minor, then Twitch would have to be held responsible for their doing. Not just DrDisrespect, but also Twitch as well. But why the hell the Twitch staff deliberately allowed this to happen in the behind the scenes? They should have mentioned something about this directly on the public, but they knew that something like this would go bad if this would go out in the public. So, legally speaking, they should have taken an immediate action against that and told him, "No, you're not gonna communicate with a minor. That's completely against our terms of service." That's what they should have done. But apparently, because of how bad this was, they didn't want to be criminally charged against. They didn't want to be criminally charged for that just because of how bad this was. And
Exactly.
That doesn't even excuse the fact that Twitch has completely allowed this to happen, even behind the scenes. Was it something that he signed with the NDA contract that Twitch told him not to say anything publicly? Yes, that could potentially be that. And that's what it really happened. But But because it should, what really should have happened is that if there was a breach of contract going on, then they should have revoked him. They should have immediately revoked him, right then and there.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I did want to point this out. Like, this is like that. What's the same shit that happened with like when they were doing the whole meta shit with like the fucking the naked streamers.
Oh,
You remember
no,
that
not that.
shenanigans that happened with like they started allowing like fucking streamers that like like those OnlyFans chicks that do like those fucking weird ass streams. Yeah, on the streams on Twitch. Yeah. That part, for some reason, they allowed that, and now they're allowing this. Like, I'm not surprised by this point.
Well, they already banned him, but the thing is that
Right.
they paid him at the end to like not say anything.
Yes,
or
they
what?
did.
What was it?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Even Dr. Disrespect even said that actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, he did say that.
Precisely. And to actually get to a point to you, it's like you're not the only person who noticed this kind of thing. Okay? The scandals in general, because this isn't the only thing they got in trouble with. They tend to be very biased towards women creators. They're pretty much allowed them to get away with quote unquote crimes.
Absolutely.
And that looks that looks extremely suspicious.
Yeah, like
Hey.
what I believe in is in gender equality. So I think they should just have like the same treatment as men do.
That for some reason, that's where the law should have taken immediate action against Twitch for having women creators to get away with crimes, but they're immune.
Right.
So I don't think it would have worked out. But I'll get to that back to the discussion in terms of Dr. Disrespect. But I think I get your point of what you're saying. Like, in fact, I think.
Absolutely.
In fact, I think this is what the authorities should have done that to Twitch, telling them, no, you cannot have that kind of bias. You need to either do them equally, or we're gonna have to press charges against you. So what's it gonna be? That's how they should have done. But they're honestly immune by that, so they cannot have that kind of immunity, and that's what it downright abuses their position of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have that. Like, now to go back to the Dr. Disrespect's point, in terms of this situation. I think this really falls down to, as we say this, Twitch may be held liable for not telling the authorities that there was a pedophilia involved, not to mention how bad they did their job to monitor their age. And it's not as simple as I think it is. So here's what I would say. Because parents don't pay attention to their children, what they're doing on the internet, neglecting their duty neglecting their duty of watching over the child will hold a bad precedent of all parents. And to be honest,
Absolutely.
it's not something I want to see that happening. But even Twitch should be held equally responsible for not monitoring their age. But it will also have to be on parents' responsibility, actually. And this, Mason, this may be a special case because they're pretty much a scandal-ridden company, or should I say, by my own words, it is riddled with scandals involving this. Not just this, but also the women that they allow to get away with crimes.
Yeah.
So, legally speaking, anyone, and I believe Legal Eagle may actually have to offer some explanation as to why did Twitch allow this to happen? Because let's be frank, Legal Eagle, he may actually have a little level of understanding of, but when it comes to technology that involves like this may be a special case that he needs to look into that, because no amount of information, no amount of screenshots will be able to. Well, actually, let me rephrase it better. Missing screenshots and missing context of how it actually went down behind the scenes, that would have allowed us to see what it actually went down. But because neither parties are willing to share the screenshots, or they don't have that because they didn't want to make it look like wanted to make it look like it's so severely bad to the point that they may even potentially be shut down at any given point, especially Dr. Disrespect as well on his part at least. So Legal Eagle may have to actually look into those laws and see what actually went down, because it may offer some insight as to what could potentially constitute for those violations of the law that they're breaking, because involving children like this, and as a matter of fact, let me actually what Twitch is actually based on what Twitch is actually based in it to make sure that I got this information correctly. I'm assuming it will have to be in the California, from my understanding, which more than likely it would have to be that. Actually, I stand corrected. It's actually, so sorry, excuse me, I am all over the place. But I believe Twitch is actually based in California, so it makes logical sense, don't it?
Yeah.
Probably. Like, I think even YouTube's headquarters there is in California, I think.
Yes.
At least Sony, I think.
Yes. So this is how it's going to have to happen, but I don't think it will actually come to fruition, even if there was any. Because DrDisrespect already admitted to his own part, even though there's no screenshots to provide a context of how it actually happened. He's already confirmed to be guilty as it is. But if neither parties are willing to show the screenshots of how it actually happened, or show the evidence of how it happened, then no one is willing to take sides on this, and until the actual evidence comes out, then no one's willing to side to him. And overall, this may seem a bit more contentious discussion than what we already seen with that. I kind of tweeted that. In fact, Mason, pull up his tweet again, because there's a few other tweets that I must read it out to make sure that we got the full context about what people.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull it up one more time.
Because there's a rest of the reading that I must read it out so that everyone can get the idea of why did this actually have to happen. But understand this, folks, especially you, Emmett, is like, because this case is so severe, that might potentially put a huge blow on both Twitch and DrDisrespect. Twitch most likely, but I believe it will have to be both of them at this point. So this is what it is. All right, so this is what he said. I think I said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the damn best community and circle. If any of this made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real-life experience, I don't give a damn about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of crap, that's fine. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I took an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulder. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Now, this last statement, this almost comes across as if it was talking like in an 80s cheesy one-liner. Even something that Penguin Zero was talking about that. And this is so ludicrously bad. This is ludicrous. He's not already. He's proven to be goddamn guilty. You can't just say things like that, thinking that he will just come back and do it again. Like, motherfucker, this was all on him, unaware of the fact that he was doing something that will potentially implicate him that involves minors. So what the hell is this? So what the hell is this?
Acting all tough, right? And yet you just admitted that you were talking to a minor, so how can you act all tough?
Exactly.
This just feels like that he's a shell of a man. That even though he is already being upfront about that, sometimes I just can't respect as some people who already admitted that they're talking to a minor who he should have known, and he should have asked, "What's your age?" and if you're allowed to talk to me like that. And if he would have asked him that, which it may seem disrespectful and so obscene, it's better to ask that question than to be sorry about that. But because he didn't do that, and this is actually what should have been, hey, what's your age, and are you allowed to talk to me? That's what he should have asked at that
Yeah,
minor.
because it's like, to me, this is, it kind of feels like this.
It's gonna be fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Like, legit. This is so stupid.
I know, right?
This is
This all
legitimate.
could have been avoided if you just asked the person, hey, what's your age?
It could have been avoided, and this is where it should have been done about that. But there are some different kinds of laws that has been put into place where you shouldn't ask a minor what their age is if they're under the age of 13 or 18, because technically speaking, if this was at a gray area where they're allowed to ask what's your age, then the story would have been entirely different. But he didn't do that. But Dr. Disrespect didn't actually do that.
There also could have been a case, right, where the minor could have lied about their age, but then at the same time, we don't have any evidence of that either.
Oh yeah,
We don't-
true.
We don't have that evidence of that either. And this is what could potentially, and I say this with a sincerity, I don't think in good conscience, let me say this out of the way. I don't think in good conscience Dr. Disrespect will be any better of a person of what he's trying to be. Even if he has been supported for so many years, people would rather distance themselves from him because, let's be frank, they just don't want anything to do with him. They really wouldn't. And unless he cleans up his act, which unfortunately Dr. Disrespect is already going to become one of he'll never wash it off. He'll never wash it away from that. His reputation is already tainted.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
And if to add insult to injury to that, even some of the people who actually dealt with this kind of situation, they rather do with a lawyer and consult it, and they even told him and to tell him not to say anything about that because it cannot be just hunky dory. They have to be handled with a legal matter on that, because what they have to do is to contact their parents to ensure that this child does not talk to him until he reached that age of adulthood, in the age of 18. That's what it really needs to happen. But because there's a lot of privacy involved in this, I don't think it would even work anyway, because this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing when it comes down to this. So the fact of the matter is, neither parties, both Dr. Disrespect and Twitch, are going to show the evidence, because those are heavily missing and potentially would have made potentially happen. Even if they have already settled over the lawsuit between the two, I don't think it's truly settled. It never truly is. So what's going to happen then, both of you? That's my legitimate question.
Either one thing. Well, I know one thing for sure. The whole freaking community already pretty much agrees that he could say legally all he wants. That I was no charged against me. Everyone agrees that you're guilty at this point, since you pretty much admitted it yourself that you basically talked to this minor, did inappropriate things, and at this point, dude's cooked. Like I said, bro, if this shit came out and it was true, bro is cooked. He is cooked. His career is done.
Career ending.
Yeah, it's literally career ending.
I think what also makes this a lot more mind-boggling is the fact this dude has a wife and kids, right? And he's cheating on his wife with a fucking minor.
That's really gross.
Bro, imagine marrying a woman and you decide to cheat on a fucking high schooler with her. It's like, what the fuck? You got a wife and kids and you're cheating on your wife with a fucking minor?
Like,
the fuck?
That's like if I was cheating on Akano with a minor.
I'm trying to fuck Gasper.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Hold on. I got the
Fucking hell.
Got a fucking perfect reaction for that.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here.
God damn. Comedy aside.
It's literally this is literally what everyone's gonna be start thinking of Dr. Disrespect right now.
He's pulling his cock out.
Yeah. Serious aside, we gotta wrap this up, guys. So
Yes.
final thoughts. Personally, for me, this is absolutely fucking disgusting. Now, I've never been a fan of Dr. Disrespect. I don't really watch his content, but hearing this shit go on, this is pretty fucking disgusting.
In all honesty, yes. To add an insult to injury, and this is also my final thoughts on this. Now, I never really watched any of Dr. Disrespect's content, only because I've heard there was a lot of drama going on that he was officially banned from Twitch on 2020. That's where I already started to become suspicious. Was he something that he talked to a minor, which secretly he actually didn't. I was in fact right that he was talking to a minor, which he should have never done that. And honestly, that already makes him guilty. So guilty until proven innocent, which it may no longer work conventionally if it's something that involves a minor, and that is where it puts him a grave danger of having to end his career. And unfortunately, what's going to happen is he may never be involved in any part of a community whatsoever. And quite frankly, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to have to happen. So he either needs to get the fuck out of here. And actually, what may potentially happen, if there's nothing illegal that going on, then he should have never said anything about it. He should have just shut his mouth and never said anything about that, even with the NDA contract. But that's just subjective thing. And honestly, I don't think I have anything else to add. But honestly, Dr. Disrespect, this is what although he may never hear this, Dr. Disrespect, you should have known better. You should have known your place before you do something extremely disgusting. That's all I'm going to say to you. Or should I say by your actual name? And I don't like you using his real name because he rather not I be called that. But Guy Bean, you should have known better.
Exactly. Caleb, your final thoughts?
I honestly agree with both of you guys because, like, I never really watched his content or anything like that. All I've heard, like, I maybe heard of him a little bit before, but so, like, and then, like, after that, it's, like, just recently with his, like, shenanigans with him sexting a minor and why he got banned. And honestly, like, I do agree that he kind of just needs to he should have done that shit, and, like, it's quite fucking disgusting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is quite interesting. And that's it. This is all I have to say. That for Dr. Disrespect, honestly.
Same thing with me. All right, guys.
Same.
This has been a wild fucking topic. I don't normally do videos like this, but I just couldn't pass this up. I really couldn't pass this up. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out me and Slick Lead's channel down below. I'll put the links for our channels down below. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good one.